Good afternoon, and welcome to video number 36 for National Bookstore's hashtag Read Out Loud Challenge. For every 75 videos uploaded of people reading aloud an excerpt from a book, National Bookstore has pledged to set up one library. So, for today, we are going to dip into our local flavor, okay? And I'd like to start featuring more Filipino authors and Filipino works. And to kick us off for this week, I'd love to read for you a story from the book Waking the Dead and Other Horror Stories by Yvette Tan. Now, Yvette Tan, we're very, very happy and proud of her. And, okay, just to let you know, she is a Manila-based horror writer, and she has won many awards for her work. Okay, in particular, the stories Kulog and Sidhi have won Palanca Awards, while Stella for Star and The Bridge, two stories I will make a mental note to be reading for you in the future, have been recognized in the Philippine Graphic Fiction Awards. Okay, not to mention The Bridge and Sidhi were also honorable mentions in the 2008 year's Best Fantasy and Horror. And she has gone on to crafting many more fantastic and chilling works. So for today, I will be reading for you the titular story from her book. So this is Waking the Dead by Yvette Tan. Gorio stared out of his bedroom window, studying the horde congregated at his doorstep below. The dead of Barrio Masigasig had arrived at his house today, dug themselves out of their graves, many of them ancient and rotting, caked with dirt, their faces caved in, chests sunken, limbs falling or long gone. Others, freshly buried, looked almost alive, their skin unbroken, the pallor on their faces masked by funeral makeup. They were dressed in moldy barongs and musty party dresses, clothes that dragged on the ground or snagged in places, the damage gone unheeded because the dead do not think of these things. "Why did you call us?" they whispered, their voices soft and ragged, sending chills down Gorio's spine. "Why did you wake us from our sleep?" Beside Gorio lay the scroll that had started it all, a document written on human skin, the letters branded onto leather. The scroll, weathered by time and torn at the edges, gave instructions on how to raise the dead. The dark brown text, written in an ancient language, older than the Alibata, and much more complex. Gorio had been translating it for 57 years, and had, just the day before, managed to decipher the scroll's last word, the word that, when said out loud, completed the spell that called all the Barrios dead to his gate. "What do you want?" they asked in their thin voices as they clawed at the steel bars, unmindful of the townspeople that hid behind locked doors. "Why did you disturb our rest?" Some of the dead were familiar to Gorio. Friends and neighbors, family members, faces he had passed on the street. He scanned the crowd again, until he caught sight of Marites. She had come with them, his sweet Marites, the love of his life. Not even 57 years of decay had diminished her beauty. Even without life, she walked with grace, seeming to him as if she were floating. Like the others, she held out her arms, her dead eyes pleading. And yet, even with half of her face gone, fragile bone broken and left behind, he thought he could hear her whisper, "Why?" "You know very well why," Goryo answered, watching as the Marites thing made its way to the front of the gate, clamoring to get inside like the rest. "Please," she whispered. "Please." When he saw that she had reached the iron bars, Goryo rolled up the scroll, lit a match, and watched it catch fire. He tossed the burning document on his bed, then slowly made his way out. He approached the gate, his eye on Marites. She was dressed in her wedding gown. The white now a sickly yellow, its hem spattered with dirt. She wore on her head a crown of flowers long ago wilted. Goryo remembered weaving it himself out of Marites' favorite wildflowers. Her belly had been torn open, and inside he could make out the white of a skull, livid red eyes, and a mouth full of sharp teeth. "Is that our child?" he asked, rather stupidly, for the answer was obvious. The creature in her belly hissed at him, its tiny forked tongue darting in and out like a lizard's. Goryo smiled. He unlocked the gate, and as the fire engulfed the house behind him, stepped out to join his family. And that was Waking the Dead by Yvette Tan. Thank you for joining me for video number 36 for National Bookstore's #Read Out Loud Challenge. So please do join us. It's for a most excellent cause, and I do look forward to watching your own videos. Let's keep this ball of goodness rolling. Thank you, and have a good day. And don't wake the dead. Take care.